Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a little update, kind of a big update actually. Let's take a look. Might not realize it right away, but I am now on 37 by 12 and a half 17-inch wheel, obviously. Milestar Patagonia MTs, and I have done the big fender chop. As you can see, you basically cut along the outside of the flare line, and you're left with that front. Look in the back here. And I do plan on redoing this plastic trim here at some point. It's definitely a little rough, but I was kind of in a hurry when I was doing it. Hides that shock a little bit, but the cool part is, you can see it better from over here. Nothing is nothing's exposed under here. There we go. Get some light metering on that. There we go. Nothing crazy. Same with back there. Crazy. Pretty simple cut. Gonna have to take this guy out of here. We got a full-size 37 Patagonia coming later this week, maybe Monday. They screwed up the shipping already. Still like Falcon, still recommend them, still love them, but their 37 is one heck of a lot heavier than these 37s, and it drives really nice with these. Just gonna go right out and say that this drives pretty dang good. It definitely has some ground clearance. Not that it didn't, but grab that quick. Diodynamic lights have been doing great. Did a little climbing the other day when I got the 37s on. That's let's see, yeah, that's definitely through the paint, the powder coat I should say. Got a hold of this pretty good. Doesn't really bother me at all. Obviously don't daily drive it, trail truck now. Fun toy for the weekend, but man, this thing is tall. Still fits in the garage, no problem there. Still fits in the 7-foot car wash, all that fun stuff. You guys will look at these things are meaty. They're not as loud as I thought they would be, which is a plus. Man, I need to clean that up a little bit. That's a little jagged on the fender liner cut. Must have not been paying attention. Look under here. Can. So these tires are 37, 12 and a half, and they measure just a hair skinnier than the Falcon 35s did, right at 12 and a half, and they are 36. This was measured, inflated, not installed on the vehicle, how you should measure a tire. 36.75 inches tall. That's damn near a true 37, which is over 2 inches taller than the Falcons were, which also means I gained over an inch of axle clearance under the entire truck. So let's I'm gonna turn these lights on for you. Do that, so hopefully you can try and monetize. Oh, we'll turn the back one on too. What the heck? That has been doing great, by the way. The switch panel works awesome. 100% within reach. Lights don't shine in your face. All that good news. It's these guys again. Dynamics treating me right. And honestly, if they had some sort of demo program and they didn't ask me to run these, I would still, if I were to somehow be able to see them or demo them on my vehicle or any vehicle really at night, I would definitely be buying these. They are extraordinarily bright. I mean, obviously you can't tell from the video, it's a bad comparison, but yeah, so that's a big announcement. I am now going to go take this up and down the road a few times at 60 to get trifecta a GPS reading on the tune, or on the see what the speedo says at 60 on the GPS. I'll leave it at that. And they can get me a new tune set up. It drives, again, drives awesome with these tires. I thought it would be bad. It really isn't. I was expecting massive power loss, massive road noise, all that stuff. But no, it's been great. There's the old chase light. I still might throw some sort of film over that, something. It's just be beefy. The 37 spare, it's gonna be close. We got just over an inch there and just under an inch there, so it's it's gonna be friction fit in there, that's for dang sure. Everything else is holding up well on the truck though. I had a rattle I could not figure out on the inside. Ended up being my compressor, the Viair 440p. Again, highly recommend that thing. I aired these down. Fun story. Got stuck the other day, aired the tires down after I got stuck, obviously. That's classic thought process there. You know, I was only a couple miles from the house in some snow. And to give you guys an idea, these are 37-inch tires, and the snow was about here. You know, the top few lugs are showing, but that's tall, and I'm 6 foot, and that's 37. It's over half my height. It does give a little more stance look with those flares off. It's about 2 inches maybe. Don't really care, just wanted room for the tires. But yeah, that's what she's looking like. We're going wheeling at some point here soon, maybe not just on the local trails, but we'll see. This was kind of a spur of the moment thing. They were on sale. I bought them. Said better times than ever. Cutting the fenders took, I don't know, 3 hours total. My buddy mounted and balanced his tires, so went over to his shop, shout out to Squirrel, and hacked the fenders. I'll try to include some footage of that from some Snapchat story. And other than that though, that's about it with the truck. I'll throw some recovery footage in. I had to get a front end loader out here, well, out that way, a ways, a couple miles, to pull me out. Luckily, with my business, I have 5 of those, so weight restrictions didn't let me bring the biggest 4, but I brought the small one, and everything worked out. We threw chains on the front end loader, pulled it right out. So again, seemingly good tire. They're not the cheapest, not the most expensive, but they run very true to size, and they got that center lug in there pretty tight together, makes it pretty good for road noise. Still playing with the PSI, see what I should be at, but as you can see, it's beefy. These things have 10 inches, so that's a 37, so it's 10 inches of sidewall from up here to down here. Give you an idea. I mean, that's an impressive amount of sidewall. These things air down, chew snow pretty good. Aired up, they just kind of sink, but that's expected in a tall, skinny tire, so it's almost got that super swamper look to it. I will catch you guys later, and we'll try and throw in a few clips here. Me cutting the fenders, and then me getting recovered, me pulling myself out. All right, you guys, I'm back from the speedometer calibrating. It's off about 4 miles an hour both ways of 60. 60 on GPS was about 64 on the speedo, and 60 on the speedo was or did I say that backwards? Either way, I've had a long day. We're off about 4. Cruising at 60 on the speedo, you're really running about 64, and if you're cruising at 60 on the GPS, your speedo is going to show about 56. But that's coming up from 35, so that's obviously overstock. You'd be a tremendous amount more. Got out of the sunlight here, a little bit better view. There is no rubbing. I did have to do a little bit of shaving down there of my Chassis Unlimited rock slider, which I just found out they're not making anymore, which is unfortunate. Things are absolute tanks. It's gonna be the last thing left on this truck. So that's the front there. You can get a little view like that. It does look like I lifted it higher, but that's just because we cut 2 inches out here on the fender. And the rear here, again, the rear is stock, if not within, could be about a 1/4 inch over stock for height, but yeah, just that. Look at that tire size. It's just a good size on these trucks. I've always liked when Rockstar debuted their first truck and then their first Z02 with the size tire. It's intrigued me when I did that fender cut. They had a similar size lift. Theirs was actually about 2 inches taller all the way around. They are running a slightly more offset wheel though. These are 0. I believe they're on a KMC -12 offset, somewhere in there. So that's what we're working with though. Ground clearance 4 days. Absolute beast of a vehicle. There's not a whole lot else I can say besides these tires do not scrub. You would think they would. You'd want to think that they would, because it makes sense, but they don't. Back there, little grinding. Little grind to work never hurt anybody. You don't need to not grind on your, well, I guess 3-year-old vehicle now. Not sure when my camera's flipped. But yeah. So we will catch you guys on the flip side. Please like, please subscribe, leave a comment. I know I'm not the first one to go on 37s, but I believe I am the first one with what's left of a BDS lift to do 37s. There's only a handful of trucks that have done it. I believe if you're stock height, you have to go after that pinch weld pretty aggressively in there. Other than that though, it's definitely taking a beating and just keeps kicking. You couldn't tell. Drives at 80 just fine. Absolutely no worries. This thing's been an angel. Don't treat her like it, but man, she does good. So hope everybody enjoys their evening. Again, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, turn on post notifications for my what's turning into monthly posts. I'm going to try and get back into weekly. Just doing a little time management right now. Get up at 4 every morning, go work out, all that fun stuff. There's the old snow hog and the 35s. Let's do this just for a fun comparison. I know that these aren't mounted, and I know they're not inflated and all that stuff, but for your viewing pleasure, and obviously those have the weight of the vehicle on them, so maybe what we do is line this end up here pretty close there and move down me there. There we go. Yeah, that's a noticeable difference. So, and the width as well. I don't know if you can see, but these Falcons sure got a pretty wide shoulder, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. These are great tires. These are going to another member of the Cheesebread ZR2 group. So this will not be the last time you see them. Well, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. You already know what to do if you like the video. So we will catch you guys on the flip side. Cheers.
Yeah.
Got a nice big fucking purchase on it. Bingo.
That's a lot of damage.